Today we're going to change the oil of a 2007 Ford Focus. The few things we need here is a 5-quart bottle of oil, 5W20 synthetic blend, a brand new oil filter, that's FL910S, a oil filter wrench, a funnel, a 13 millimeter socket. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to just open this up. This is just to allow airflow when we remove the drain plug. Okay, cut. Hello, next we're going to take our 13 millimeter wrench and put it on the drain plug. We're going to turn it counterclockwise. Then we're going to take our 13 millimeter socket and we're going to put it on the drain plug and turn it counterclockwise and remove it. Let's switch it to our socket. There we go. As that's draining, we'll take our oil filter wrench, click it on there, and that's going to go on here. And we will rotate that also counterclockwise to loosen that up. But we're going to wait until the oil drains a little bit more. Let's put the plug in there just to stop it from draining right now. And then we're going to move it over to the filter. Okay, we're back again. This time we have the right oil filter wrench. And we'll let the oil filter drain. As that's draining, we can unscrew it a little bit.
It's an old one.
And just let it drain out completely. Okay, we're back again. The oil is pretty much finished coming out of where the oil filter goes. We're going to clean it with our rag. And we take our brand new oil filter. Take some fresh oil, put it on your finger, and just rub that rubber seal. So you put some fresh oil on that rubber seal. And now we're going to screw it on. Should go on relatively easy, and just tighten it hand tight, not too tight. And then what we're going to do is come back here and we're going to remove our plug again and just drain out whatever residual oil. Okay, it's finally finished pretty much dripping, so we will wipe that down and we will put the bolt back. This is basically for the final time. And of course, remember, do not start the car at all because you have no oil in the car. We have to put the fresh oil in the car. So now we're going to tighten that bolt clockwise. And let's tighten it nice and tight. Oops. There we go. Let's get that out of the way. There we go. Nice and tight. And we're almost done. We just have to add oil now to the car. We're now going to add oil to the car. We want to take our funnel, place it in here where the oil goes. It's right where that cap was. and we're gonna pour about 4 quarts. Remember, we have about 5 quarts in this bottle. We're just gonna pour 4 quarts in for right now. You can tell by how much quarts you put in, basically by this little window on the back. Just set it on a level surface. We put about 3.5, so let's add another half quart. Okay, so we put about 4 quarts in it. And now we're going to close the system up, and we're going to start the car and pull it off the ramps. So of course we're on level surface, because you always want to have the car on level surface when checking the oil. It's also good to check underneath the car with it running, just to make sure there's no oil drips or anything like that. Nothing's dripping down. It looks like we tightened up everything good. So we'll shut the car off. We're gonna let the car sit for a minute, and then we'll check our oil level with the dipstick. Cut the. So we already put our 4 quarts in. We pulled the car off the ramps. Now we're gonna check basically the level of the oil with the dipstick. So we're gonna remove the dipstick. It's pretty much the standard oil checking procedure. You clean off the dipstick, insert it, pull it back out, and check the hole. Now right here you can see it's just a little bit above the bottom hole. So we want to get it closer to the top hole. So we can put the dipstick back in just for somewhere to put it. We're going to take our oil cap out, and we're going to add probably about maybe a cup and a half maybe. Let's not add too much. We're gonna let that sit a bit. I'm gonna check the dipstick again. The reason why we let it sit is just to give time for that oil that we just added to drain down into the pan. And it's now a bit higher. It's just a little bit down from the bottom hole. We're gonna add a little bit more in. Again, we'll let that sit. I think all in all, we've probably added about 4.5 quarts. It looks like it's just below that white line right there. And we're gonna check. It looks like the dogs are out. And there we go. We're just below the little hole. We could bring it up to that little, the second hole, and that would be fine. But we could leave it right here too. Okay, so we're all finished. Finished with leveling out the oil. We want to make sure we get all the caps back on tight properly. The dipstick is properly in, because if you don't have the dipstick in properly and the engine's running, you're going to have oil bubbling. And just make sure all your other caps are tight. And now we're all finished.